Hello again guys, welcome back to another House of Devlin video. I am Big Al Devlin, and in this video, as you may have noticed, the video is at a much greater distance than it normally is, and there's a particular reason for that. That's because I'm going to be doing a review on my new walking stick stroke gentleman's cane, I suppose it's officially termed as. The reason I'm doing this is simply, basically, to summarise, I'm a 30-year-old man and I've just basically come to realise that I need a walking stick to live a normal life. Without a walking stick, I would live in fear of falling over, as I have done several times over the last couple of years since a car crash that I was involved with. The chances are, when I asked the doctor, I said, why am I like this? Why do I lack balance on my left hand side? They said to me, despite the fact that I train every day, you can see I train, I train, and I've trained before the crash, after the crash, and after the crash I noticed a significant difference in my left side, but I just put it down to concussion. I was dismissive of it. I didn't realise it, and it was only when I went and basically almost broke my ankle. I sprained my ankle, hence the supports around my foot. But when I did that I decided action needed to be taken. The reason is, of course, my girlfriend was also in the crash at the time when I was hurt, and she was put in a wheelchair. Luckily for myself, I was not, but she was, and I have to be, as a result, as physically strong and as tough and as healthy as possible, so that I can, if needs be, pick her up if she collapses or her chair doesn't work. I can carry her from one place to another. I have to be her legs, because she, her legs, her one leg, well, both legs don't work properly, but her one leg doesn't really work at all in any way whatsoever. So for me to have a cane, it's something for me that I don't need 90% of the time. Okay, I say 90% of the time. 3 to 4 times daily I get these spells where I suddenly just lose my balance and I fall. Luckily, I'm inside most of the time because I have severe travel anxiety as a result of the car crash, and I fall into either a wall, or I manage to grab a chair or person or something along those lines, and I'm not hurt. This Saturday, however, I was walking out the conservatory as it happened, and I lost my balance and I toppled, and I went out of the conservatory, and I managed to get my foot stuck in the door as I went out the conservatory, mostly because I was trying to avoid my girlfriend, who was sat outside. I didn't want to fall into her legs and break them again, just after a 13th operation. Whoopee! Oh, well to do Al. But luckily, I was able to direct my fall in such a way that I went to the left, but in doing so, I compromised my own foot and my own safety. I hit the concrete, but luckily I've got a lot of padding, it is muscle, don't trust me on that one. A number of times I get called fatty and all the rest of it, but trust me, fat don't lift muscle. Sorry, fat doesn't lift weight. So if you've got any doubt on that, go watch my training videos here on the House of Devlin. But I am quite a strong individual, and as being a physical individual and making my money as a martial arts instructor, it's humiliating in many respects to accept the fact that I have to rely on a walking aid to be able to walk correctly, or to be able to be safe whilst walking outside and inside the house, at least anyway. And as I say, it only happens 3-4 times a day. It doesn't happen all the time. So sometimes I'll walk outside, I'll be like, oh, I forgot my cane. I'll go get it, and I won't have a spell in that period. And so I got lucky, if you know what I mean. But it could be, I carry this stick as a sort of insurance policy, because 3 legs are always better than 2 when it comes to falling. And there have been already 3 occasions where I would have fallen if it wasn't for this cane. Where I would have fallen, where I felt like I was swaying, and I managed to plant the stick into the ground and regain my balance. Okay, so this cane has protected me 3 times in 2 days. I've had it 2 days or 3 days, I think it is. So it's already saved me multiple times, and so it's been well worth its money right from the word go. Now, value £100. Okay, 100 sterling. Okay, it would be cheaper in America because it's by Coldsteel. Coldsteel is a forge that do swords. So it's an active forge. But they do, and the speciality items, they do walking sticks. And I have your gentleman's cane, essentially. That's the design of it. Okay, the black part of the stick, okay, which is the shaft of the walking stick, is made out of fiberglass, and it's supposedly unbreakable. We'll see. So I weigh best part of 18 stone, so we'll see. But no, I'm sure it is virtually unbreakable. It comes with the rubber at the end that can be replaced on eBay, and it comes with an aluminium head, circular as so. You can unscrew the head, as I do it here, okay, and I'll show you quickly that inside of the, you've just got a typical screw mechanism, okay. That allows you, I assume, to change the head as and when you need to. And I would say that that is a necessity because, unfortunately, the head is made out of 1060 aluminium, okay, which is quite a soft metal. It's not super soft, but I've dropped the stick a few times, like that, but onto the ground, where I was going, oh shit, like that. When I'm at a cashier, when I'm at a till paying for things, I've got to try and keep it in between my legs whilst I'm paying for things, and it will fall, hit the ground. And there are a couple of little chips. You probably won't be able to pick them up on the camera, but there's a couple of little chips there which you can't really see, but I can feel them. And over time, that may obviously aggravate and get worse. And so I have been looking for replacement heads for the stick, but I haven't been able to find anything of quality. They're all antique, and none of them are made out of aluminium or better. They're all made out of bronze, typically. Also, I would love to have a steel head, because stainless steel head, because it won't rust, but it will be strong and it won't scratch as easily as aluminium. Obviously, the ultimate would be platinum, but you'd be a very rich man if you could afford that much platinum. But regardless, it'd be nice to have the choices out there. But I haven't found them as of yet. If I do, I'll do a second video where I'll be giving you a review of the site or the source, which will be either eBay or a particular website, as to the replacement heads, the source of replacement heads that you can get. Now in America, I know you can get replacement heads, and typically those are weaponized heads, okay, those like tasers and that, but in England those are highly illegal. So I'm just talking about normal heads like this, okay, metal heads that say this guy, I don't want this to get grubby. Basically, I want to keep it nice and clean, because for me, as I said, as a 30-year-old, having to use a walking aid is humiliating, if I must admit. Because I remember when I first took my girlfriend out on her electric wheelchair, I remember the number of people who stared at her, and stared at her walking chair, and stared at me, and stuff like that. I don't notice it now. It's been so long now, 2 years, that you don't really notice it. And I've had people stare at me also with the stick sometimes. I've had people look me up and down in disgust. Why do I have a stick? I don't know why they would just look at someone in disgust for why they have a stick at such a young age. I mean, surely it's more pity than anything. I was worried about people having pity for me rather than anger, I don't know why people would be angry, but maybe they think I'm just carrying it around as a fashion item. But no, it's functional. It's 100% functional. And I wanted it to look like this because I'm a 30-year-old man and I don't want a walking stick that a 70 to 80-year-old man uses. I remember my granddad, he had them, and I don't want to go anywhere near that type of old-fashioned walking stick that the NHS give you, or you can buy for like 20 quid down a sort of charity store or something. So I went and spent a bit more money to get something fashionable and something that I feel confident carrying around, and confident enough that it will be able to hold my weight. And if I show you, ooh, obviously can't do a walking test here, but as you can see, it helped me get out of the chair completely fine with no distress whatsoever. So it's incredibly, very good walking stick. And so if you are looking for a walking stick with a bit of flair, a bit of style, but more importantly, a quality of build, something that will survive, and I'm hoping this will survive the rest of my life because I can't be asked to get another one. 100 quid a pop. Ooh, it's quite a bit of money, but I wouldn't mind. As I say, I don't want to have to replace the whole stick to replace the head. That's the only way I could replace the head, is to buy a new stick. And I don't want that. So I will be continuing to look at how to get a new stick. But other than that, replacement parts essentially. That's the only issue that I have with this product, is there are no replacement parts or alternative parts. It'd be nice to be able to one day have a silver head, another day maybe a gold head, like a brass head. Another day, maybe an animal shaped head. I don't know, but it would be nice. Or a skull would look cool, wouldn't it? Holding a skull, it would look cool. It would make it more a fashion item rather than a necessity at that point, or a necessity walking aid. Even though it remains that, it becomes a fashion item, just a bit like those hearing aids that people have that are ear stretchers. They look like ear stretchers, and it makes them feel like they're me, like they're into body modifications. It's nice that they have the option to have that if they want it. I would hate it myself. I hate ear stretchers, but it's nice that they've got that option to look modern but still be able to hear. Well, this is my way of trying to look modern but still be able to walk. Anyway, guys, it's a quality item. I recommend it. If you're in need of a walking stick, a high quality walking stick that looks good, please check them out. coldsteel.co.uk, I think it is. But anyway, if you put coldsteel gentleman's cane into Google, it will come up. There will be a variety of stores that will sell them. Buy them at the best price, I would, for your country, wherever you live, and it's well worth the purchase. And if you find anywhere else, guys, and you want to help me out, that sells sticks similar to this, of similar quality, or if not a better quality, or that sell replacement parts, please share them in the comments below or email me. Lovely, thank you, bye.